one. Shouldn't be, but let's get on to it. So, Ayo, thank you. Since you joined so quickly and put your camera on, can I ask that you present your screen and present your report? Okay, thank you very much. So I'm going to stop sharing. So you can now go ahead and share. So please share your
I
screen
guess
and present.
I might be in the situation my internet doesn't work very well.
Don't worry, God is in control. Your internet will work. Amen.
My screen is not looking too good, but
Let's go.
I've just gotten on track. I was
The
off
only
track
thing you need
for
to say next, the only thing you need to say next is, "Here is my report." Let's go. Thank you very much. Thank you.
10 window. Yes.
So others, please be active, be ready. When it's your turn, you could be next. In fact, you are next. Just need to share your screen. So let's go for it, please.
Can you see my screen now?
Yep. So let's go to the deck that you've done.
That's it. Can you see it?
Yep. Okay,
This is all
it's
I've
not
done.
finished.
Yes.
So look, truthfully, you could have done more than this in the 30 minutes or however long we had. I'll be very honest with you. You understand?
Yes.
So let's move on. Yeah. All right, cool. Next person, please. Abby, based on what I see on my screen. Abby, you're next, please. Share your screen.
No.
Hello, Abby.
Actually, sir.
Actually,
Oh, God.
Can I share mine? Though it's still a work in progress, but can I do that now?
wait, you can only do that if Abby gives permission because she wanted to
Okay.
share. I don't want to look like I'm being impartial. So
Please,
Abby,
give
please.
permissions. Go ahead.
Okay, Olaide, over to you then.
Yeah, thank you. It's still a work in progress though, so I'll just
No
try to.
problem. We'll take it. You guys need to. Can you guys see that? Can you see his screen? If you go to the meeting, you can see his screen. Tita, yeah? You can see his screen. Okay, good. All right, so just put it on presentation and let's talk through your deck. Okay, so let's go.
Oh, so am I supposed to say something? So still like I thought it's still a work in progress. I'm still trying to put everything together.
And do what you've done. Don't worry. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Okay. So this is the project report on the an office setup and relocation project, and the project report is dated 28th of February 2026, and TBC is the name of the project manager, and the moving date is on the 21st of March 2026, and I'm reporting based on from the 23rd to 29th of February based on the work done in this time frame. Yeah, and the project sponsor is TBC, and the project summary is the setup of relocation involves full fit out, IT infrastructure deployment, and staff integration to the new premises at so address. Okay, so for now, that is all I can present.
Okay,
So
no worries. No worries. So you can all already imagine what's going to happen now. What's going to happen now is everybody gets to do this for homework. So, surprise! If you had anything planned for tonight, guess what we're doing? We're canceling those plans. So right now, send a message, send a text. Hey, honey bun, I know I was going to come and see you tonight, but this OJ guy said I have to finish the deck. Simple as that, right? So I'm sorry to burst your bubble. All right, next person. Thanks, Olaide. I'm sure you'll finish it off, so that's not a problem. I'm moving on. Rachel. You guys are in trouble. Rachel.
Yeah.
Eh?
Let me
Oh yeah,
share.
share your screen. Share your screen, Rachel. Okay. Oh yeah, now let's do it. Okay. So we have the base. We have the base. Fine. But I'm sure we're going to finish it off. Okay. That's fine. You know what you're doing, right? I will still share this template that I sent to you guys. Now, when I say I share it, you might think, oh, great, then we can just work from there. Evans knows this very well. And what we do is we actually send you a picture, a screen grab of it, and then you have to create your own. So don't worry, everybody will get to finish it off.
Wait, is it a must that this template?
You can use it as a guide as long as the information is there. Because every template you see, the most important thing is that the information is there. You understand? So that's what needs to happen. Yeah. Now, before I surprise anybody else, is there anybody that feels comfortable enough to show me what they have?
I'm sure you know what I have. Well, because I actually use, my own template.
Yes. Okay.
Information,
Yeah. Bring up your screen. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Share your screen. Share your screen. Let's do it. No. Guys, this is the learning ground. You understand? This is the best place to make mistakes, right? Consider yourselves as seeds. This is where we plant you. This is the soil that we grow in. Yeah. So let's not be anyhow about it. You don't see me with cane. Have I got cane? I don't have cane for anybody, please. I'm not allowed. I'm in the UK. It's only when I go to Nigeria I carry cane. Oh yeah, let's go. We use the same internet provider, so it shouldn't hang. Just FYI. Tita, you're laughing. You didn't share your own screen, no. I'm coming for you. All right.
So this is what I have.
So let me come back to. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. So put on presentation for us, please.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's go through it then.
So, office setup and revision projects. This is just an highlights report. Reporting on 28th February 2026. Reporting period is from 23rd to 28th. Overall status at risk. So I said the key achievement between 23rd and 28th, as listed here because of time. I don't want the HS pre-inspection walkthrough completed. IT KPI fully completed and tested on floor 1 and 2. Staff engagement session delivered. 78 attendees, positive feedback. All staff move communication issues single weekend. Catering contract signed and memo approved for day 1. All staff. Then to the other side, key work plan for 1st to 7th of March. All staff logistics and day 1 guide issue, CTO decision, landlord confirmation of electrical upgrade dates, fire retardant certificate received on the 5th of March. And as that, then the milestone electrical supply upgrade, 21st February, forecast is 14th of March, overdue critical parts, like that. And I have the base note, electrical delay and pending ISP decision reporting IT and AV readiness. That's what I have.
Okay, thank you very much. So good start. Obviously, we can pretty up the deck a lot more, but it's a good start. You understand? I'm not going to fault you for that. Would anyone else like to run through theirs real quickly? Anyone else? Nope. Okay. Now, let me then do this. So give me 1 second. Let me go back to my PowerPoint. Okay, good. Am I sharing my screen? Let me share my screen again. And so I'm just going to run you through another example, so to speak. Let me just find the right deck for you. So let's find the right deck. Let's go. So forgive me, I'm working off 2 screens. Let's find one for you. Reports. So let's just search report. Okay, I think this is, let me try and find one. Let's go for this. Okay, good stuff. Let me share my screen again. So I've gone for a different angle now. So this is something else you haven't seen. So let me share my screen. So what I'm going to do now for you all is present this to you all. Okay, so this is from the previous place I used to work. All right, so this project South Fork integration project report, considering a week ending, it would be 31st of January 2025. I am Jonathan Forrest. Yes, that is my name. M&A project manager. Key agenda for today is I'll be taking you through the weekly status reports, the workstream updates, open actions, and as usual, updates where possible or where required on the governance structure, key risk and issues, and then a program roadmap. So as it stands for this project, achievements this week is that we are awaiting confirmation and direction around the resource allocation for BC configuration. This is the key part of the project because we need to ensure we've got the resource in place so that we can actually complete the task. Printing issues have been resolved for most of the users, still impacting a few users, but we're working through this closely with the IT team. But most importantly, the VIP users and executives, all issues have been resolved on their end. With the Microsoft Dynamics, we're still on hold with that as it stands. We're still working closely with the business to see what needs to happen, but as it stands, we're still on hold. With the DDI line, that was successfully tested as part of the POC. So we'll be moving to the next stage in when it comes to that. And for the marketing presentation, the uniforms and the branding have been completed successfully, and that has been signed off. Our key focus for the next period is we'll be looking at completion of the laptop recycle scheme with the current ELL users, as well as the phone updates as well, which is will still be in progress in the next period. We'll also be conducting a meeting with Solar Fleet and PMI Fleet team. That's still going to be marked as in progress. It's yet to take place. The purpose of this meeting is to ensure that the integration would not have any bumps as we progress, as well as onboarding of the onboarding process meetings needed, as well with the HR leads and everyone else involved from an executive perspective. I'm just going to run through some other key points for next period. As you can see, we've got the IVR options. We still need those. That's still required from the business. That would enable us to actually complete the IVR deliverable as well as the telephony migration project or telephony migration piece, which is still ongoing. Areas where we need decisions and support. For now, we still need decision and support on the WMS implementation. We've got post-BC implementation alongside that. We still need to know what the business wants us to do. Salesforce Dynamics 365, that's been moved to a dedicated project team, so that is no longer in scope of this project. So we all need to be in a line with that as well. That's something that took place during the week. The Academy work stream, no changes there. And then ELL to keep 2 laptops as part of the operations, and that will be used for construction and the CAD drawing teams purely because we are not able to find suitable replacements at this point in time. So overall, from a cost perspective, our integration cost for this project was about 327,000. As it stands, we have a positive variance of 160,000, so it still leaves us within our targets. With the milestones, IT migration has been completed. Finance migration is still in progress. Likewise, with people and marketing as well. Legal and fleet, all still in progress. The only one moving smoothly right now is the people and marketing. The others still, at amber status, but we're still working very closely with the business and key respective owners to resolve that. From a key risk and issue perspective, key risk and issues, we're still, as I mentioned earlier, we're still stuck on the resource for the accounting piece. Now, what we need to do there is create the sandpit environment. But as it stands, we don't have the necessary resource to do this. We are actually looking at engaging a third-party support or vendor to be able to help us actually create this. And that's looking like the most likely option. So we would need the business to give us the direction on that. Overall, from the program, I would say we're currently at amber. This hasn't changed from where we were last week. So we'll be progressing as usual. If there's any questions, I'll be happy to take your questions. Thank you very much. No questions? All right, moving on. So high-level work stream updates. As you can see, IT migration piece, that's been completed. WMS, as I said, is no longer in scope. Likewise, Academy and the other elements, the other work streams are moving as planned, except for legal, which is facing some issues as we stand, but we're still working through those. Open actions for now, a lot of actions around all the different work streams, but we don't anticipate any blockers, so we continue as planned. Just for review, again, we're all very familiar with this, but as you can already see, executive leadership team, no changes there. Likewise, functional and department heads and myself supporting the business to actually deliver this. Risk log, just going into more details. As it stands, there's 1 issue and 3 risk that we currently have on the table, but we're working closely with the relevant owners to have those closed off or mitigated. Overall program roadmap, as you can see by the red line, this is currently where we are, January, end of January. Again, IT elements, the work stream will be completed soonish. Likewise, moving into marketing, the longer activities, the longer work streams, Academy, Salesforce, those will be the scopes, but you can clearly see how we are progressing here based on our expected completion date of the 8th of April. Any questions? Nope. Fantastic. So I've just given you a quick run through, right, of how you should be presenting your reports. All right. Naturally, what did you say? Confidence. Thank you very much. Naturally, you would only get this 1 slide. You understand? Especially if it's a big program of work. So if you remember the video I shown you, I only got to speak for like maybe a minute, 2 minutes. You understand? But whereas with this, because it's a sole project, I'm the only one working on it. It's everyone in the business is here. You understand? So it's not like different project managers are speaking. It's not like that. You understand? Now with this, most of the time, when I started, I was presenting it. After a while, I just sent it in. You understand? Because you would only want to really present it if there are issues, if there are serious things that we want to talk about. Yeah, let them know. But as long as things are moving in, as long as you produce this, you can just send it and they can review it. You understand? And it's that easy, but you need to do it first of all. And as you can see from this captures a snapshot of where we are with the projects. So the idea is anybody that picks this up, any executive that looks at this, they can understand it. Yeah. So that's the goal. So like I said, even if you haven't already, send that message now, cancel your plans for tonight. You're not going anywhere. You have to complete this. All right. It's as simple as that. Any questions, anyone, before we wrap up for the day? No questions. No oblate English. No? Okay, cool. So before you go, surprise. I'm sorry. Let let me show you something before you go. Before you wake up, my mind is made up. Baby, let me love you, love you, love you. So here is something I made a little earlier. I lie, but I had. So if I was going to ask you guys to take everything you had from that document into a report, assuming this is actually what it would look like, something along these lines. Okay. So my friend made this for me. I'm not going to tell you my friend's name, but my friend is very, very good at what my friend does. So here you go. Project highlight report, office setup and relocation project. You got the reporting period, you got the moving date, you got the overall status, clear information. Okay, we move. Executive summary. All right, this is now going into the details. So assuming you have the time and everything else, this is what you would do. It looks like your own. Say that again. So you can see here, this is where we are. Overall status at risk. It tells you why. Electrical upgrade delayed 3 weeks, critical path, IT cabling blocked on floor 3, ISP decision outstanding. Yeah, easy. Moving date. What's the budget? Budget is 869 versus an initial budget of 850. That means we're in negative. You understand? We're in a negative variance. Milestones 5 of 15. Risk, issues, actions. All right, and then you have a summary of the different work streams, the owners, the status, and the summary of those in terms of where they are. Okay, move on. High level, key risk and issues. You see there, top risk, issues, everything. It's only covering the top ones. We're not bothered about, smaller ones, but you can see it there. And then you've got blockers and decisions required. So here are the blockers for the project. Here are the decisions. Remember the audience. Yeah, this is not something that you're showing another project manager. This is something that you are presenting to your executives. Does that make sense? So you want to use it as an opportunity to get support and show visibility. So if there's a time you need to show you're working, this is it. Moving on. Again, what was completed this week? What is planned for next week? You've got it there. Open actions. Again, who are the owners of those actions? When is it due? The status is, so on and so on. Milestone trackers. Okay. So ideally, next time I present this, I should be able to say this is the update. I should be updating it and giving that clear visibility so everybody knows what's happening. Budget summary. Exactly. Why have we spent more money? We spent about what, £15,000 more when it comes to the construction and fit outs. Likewise, £8,000 more. You can see where we spent more and where we spent less. So if you're following all of this, you should be knowing that this is why, as a project manager, you are tracking everything that you are doing. You understand? So if you think, oh, my work is just to press play or whatever, no, your work is more than that. You understand? Because you need to be able to give this level of detail. As a project manager on this project, there should be justification or reason, at least, as to why you have spent £15,000 more on a deliverable. So your construction and fit out is £15,000 more. Why? You understand? That why needs to have an answer. It cannot be just because. You are who? Whose money is just because? You understand? As a client, if I've got a fixed cost arrangement with you, if you like, let it cost you £50,000 more. That's not my business. But as a business owner, if you're following me and I have appointed you as a project manager, and you're now telling me the project, this element of the project is £15,000 more, and you cannot justify it to me as to why, then the question is, that's the door. I don't want to see you again. It's as simple as that. Because why? You get my point? Why are we spending more? It's very important. Likewise, furniture and equipment. Okay, we've saved money there. Maybe we changed one or two things. However, we found a way to save money. It can be for whatever reason, but it needs to be justified. Okay. And you got it there. And the note at the bottom, it says 19K forecast overspend is within 10% contingency reserve of 65,000. Right. No budget baseline required at this stage. QS review to complete by 7th of March. Right. All the information is there. You've got the different work streams. You see how much they're all costing there. You've got the bar chart, everything. Yeah. So what was let me go back. What was the overall project initially? Budget 850,000 was the actual initial budgets. So as it stands, quickly I'll talk about this. So technically with your budget, you would always have a contingency, which is usually about 10%. Okay, that is to cover risk. It's called sometimes, depending on where you go, they may call it. Yes. So assuming this is 850,000, 10% is 85,000, right? So that's what we have to spend if, right? But there's two types of contingencies. In this case, that is a contingency against the overall budget, right? Now, when you have planned your project and you have identified risk, for each of those risks, there should be a risk cost. And that is basically saying, should this risk occur, this is the cost it will have on the project. That is an entirely separate budget on its own. So the expectation is, should that risk occur, because you have already factored it in, that money is available to use to manage that risk. You understand? But it's different when you haven't identified it at all. If you haven't identified the risk at all and it pops up, depending on the severity of the risk, it could possibly wipe out your project, especially if you don't have the money. Yeah? Quickly think back to that Dubai project, right? Consider what was happening there with the Dubai project. They had to finish it off, given that it was a government project. But if it was a private project, as an individual or something like that, you're now asking me that I should bring how much? You understand? 100% of the initial budget. Not everybody can take that. Okay? So, key focus areas, you see it there, and that's that. Right? So, that is an example of what, a end-to-end, let me say, report looks like. You understand? Now, the good thing is Smartsheets can actually help you do some of this. This wasn't done on Smartsheets, in case you ask the question, but Smartsheets can help you make it look like this. But you need to put in the information first. All right? So we'll build that as we go along. Good stuff. So, questions, guys? Any questions? No questions. Wow. All right. So please remember this. The job now is to finish this off. All right. And tomorrow morning, right after church. So when you pray in church, or should you be going to the mosque, what are we praying for? We're praying for confidence. We're praying for good communication skills. We're praying for consistency. And what else are we praying for now? We're praying for, what else? What else are we praying for? Confidence, consistency, communication, and competence. Okay? That, ladies and gentlemen, is OJ's 4 C's, not 3, 4 C's. So that's what we pray for. Okay? If there are no questions, ladies and gentlemen, favor. Favor the name or favor the person. Be clear. Don't pray for somebody else's something. But yes, if that's the case, if it's favor you need, pray for favor. But do the work first before you ask for favor. Do the work. That's the most important thing. Grace is sufficient, but yes, exactly. Favor with hard work. There you go. Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to say I've been your host. It's been a pleasure hosting you. Thank you for your time. You could have been anywhere in the world with me on this wonderful Saturday, being the last day of the month of February. 2026 is on the way. If you're like me and you're yet to check in into 2026, let's check in so we can win. Simple as that. All right. I'll be seeing you all tomorrow, 1 o'clock, fresh-eyed, because it's the 1st of March. We're moving into spring. What are we doing when it comes to March as typical Nigerians and Africans and Cameroonians? We are marching. Yes, Tita, we're marching. I'm just teasing you. All right, guys, thank you very much. Let's go again tomorrow. I wish you all a wonderful and prosperous March, and I will look forward to seeing you all. If any questions, answer them in your sleep. Goodbye. Take care.
Bye, Eugene.
Excuse me, sir.
If you have any questions, don't worry, you can message me on WhatsApp. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.
Okay.